What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge, another softball YouTube live. Why? Because the softball fans are legit. We got Richard and CJ already dropping some comments in the chat. If you are on here, make sure you're doing the same thing. Drop in the comments and keep this rolling. We'll try to get to as much as we can. I think really what stood out, obviously, it was 17-0, 9-0, 8-0. You had a few with home runs, but really, yeah, we already have Richard and some others mentioning it on here that I tell you what, Cassidy Pickering, guys, she's hitting a bomb every game. This is unreal as a freshman. I understand the competition isn't elite, but still for a freshman to step in and do that, pretty amazing, guys. Peyton Monticelli was great again with the 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, only allowing the 1 hit. So, yeah, what are your guys' opening thoughts?
To me, Pickering, going into the season, out of the 4 freshmen, I wasn't probably thinking she would be the one to be playing so well. I thought Ella Parker was going to be killing it, and she's got. Don't get me wrong; these other ones are playing good. I'm just saying Pickering's been a big surprise to me with the power and homering in 4 games. It's crazy.
That's right, and we talked about the impact the freshmen need to make and the experience, the reps they need to get and show that they can produce on the field so early due to this massive senior class that's leaving that's had such an impact on Oklahoma softball. So it's just that this freshman class, obviously Cassidy Pickering, she's starting off hot. I believe she's hit a home run. Jeremy, as you said, maybe in every single game so far. And Maya, she's already hit 1. And so you already have 2 freshmen that are already out here producing early. So it's good to know that. I mean, they're having to compete against some of the best pitchers in the world. And
guys, the starting lineup, Patty Gasso is going to have to figure out that. I don't know what she's going to do. I mean,
I'm 100% in agreement with CJ. You have to have Torres in there.
I agree.
That means as an EH, if that means Burrito goes to short and she plays third, we know Torres can play outfield and third base. And she's also, I think she played first base tonight. I think, right? She was at first base tonight. Am I wrong on that? Also, the way Pickering's playing, she's got to be in the lineup as well. They got so many options.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the answer to this question?
Yeah, maybe some of our viewers on here know. I do not know where those are. So somebody help Mark out if you know. Throw it up there.
If you have Twitter, I would say maybe go and check a Twitter link for those Sooners.
Great crowd tonight as well. Listen, I have not heard. I've been trying to figure out the Maya Bland stuff. There was rumors that maybe there was a class she was in, but we don't have anything. I have no idea if it's an injury, if it's, if she was even at the ballpark. We have not heard any of that. But Sanders is all precautionary that we know of. And it was interesting, no Ella Parker tonight.
Yeah.
I expect her to be there Wednesday night in the Battle Series.
Yeah, and I would hope to see Maya Bland again in the Battle Series Wednesday night. I mean, who knows? Like you said, Jeremy, we don't know what's going on in that situation, but nothing's been reported, so I would think everything would be okay on that. There's what Hunter there with Sooner Surge here. He do not believe they are for sale anywhere, unfortunately. Given out in promos, so we'll see. We'll see if we can find an answer for you, Mark.
Let's try to reach out to someone and get those things for sale again. I'm sure people on here would buy them. Maybe we can figure out how, if they would open up a link or something.
Hey, also, while y'all are on here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got some good video coming out tomorrow. Something you're going to want to be interested in. 24 commit Tia Malloy had her on, so we'll have that video released tomorrow. But make sure you're subscribed.
Hey, and Tia Malloy's interview was unreal. I mean, she is just Sooner Nation getting something special in Tia Malloy. So we'll drop that tomorrow. So, make sure you guys are part of what's going on here, subscribing. But, Braden, what stood out to you tonight?
Cassidy Pickering, Alyssa Burrito.
Burrito's been hot.
Jada Coleman.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing about Coleman. The dive into third – I mean, this is Seminole State. Nothing against them, but the fact that Jada Coleman and Hunter's dropping it in the chat here, elite base running, another home run, and it was actually quite a shot too. But diving into third base head first in October.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because that's who she is, guys. She's unbelievable.
She's
She's
built
a baller.
She makes the plays no matter. She wouldn't care if there were 0 fans in the stadium. She'd be going all out 24/7. And
Hey, CJ, we're trying to get the stat thing that we dropped in the chat that the one that was awesome last week only has the OU soccer against OSU. It's not producing any of the stats from the game yet, but Hunter's working on getting some stats, and if we do, we'll drop them down here in the comment section as well because I'm interested in the final stats as well. Peyton Monticelli she's continuing. She's
been
stacking
really
up
good.
game after game, dude. With many Ks, and she's stacking a lot of good things together.
Yeah, you talk about Cassidy Pickering being kind of a surprise. Peyton Monticelli's that way with pitching because everybody knows Kelly Maxwell. They thought she was going to come in here and she will be a great pitcher. But I don't think anyone really knew a whole lot about Peyton Monticelli, and she's showing what she can do, and it's going to be impressive this year, guys.
Hey, that's what's so elite. Like Teague, welcome back, Teague. Thanks for joining us again. Yeah, it's unbelievable that the only way you play like that in October, just like you would if it was the College World Series, is 2 things. One, you just absolutely love and have passion for the game you're playing, and 2, the culture is engulfed there to where it's just ingrained in everyone, and that's what they always do. It's not a one-time thing. There used to be a show called Dawson's Creek, guys. I know Braden, you don't remember that show, neither is Jackson. Maybe some of our viewers remember Dawson's Creek, but there's a quote in there. It's not a one-time thing. It's an everyday thing, guys. That's what it is at Sooner Nation in the softball program.
well,
I'm with CJ here. The fact that this game was not televised, I think it's a shame. I mean, you got ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus.
You got to put it on there. I mean, to me, there's so many people that want to watch it. What are they doing not televising it?
I think Sooner Vision had other commitments tonight.
They had the
sure,
coaches show. They had the coaches shows at 6 and 7.
Probably. Yeah, they had stuff going on tonight, but still, it's I don't know. It'd be nice to be able to watch it.
Every Wednesday night will be televised, so that's good. Yeah, as it says here, they broadcast coaches show, and the soccer was Bedlam tonight, so they're probably spread thin in a lot of areas. So, but appreciate Wednesday night. The Fall Battle Series will be on ESPN Plus, so catch that.
Right, and just the performance from the softball team, as CJ said, they're only going to improve, and that goes into like my point of just the freshmen and already what you're seeing from them, especially in Cassidy Pickering. Like, it's going to be so valuable because for OU, year in and year out, we see players step up when maybe it could be a name that's shocking, right? So it's just like for Oklahoma last year, maybe to some fans, it was Alyssa Brito and the jump that she took. I mean, she basically took a jump into like maybe superstar status in a way with just the way she was able to hit, especially when it came down into the second half of the season. So I think this improvement is just going to really rocket this team up back to potentially another national champion.
There is a starting lineup image. Maybe Hunter can drop it on here for us. It was posted before the game. So
I did see Riley Ludlam hit a double.
Yeah, Riley Ludlam had a double. Torres got a triple tonight. Torres had a run-scoring triple. Lilio and someone else were both extra hitters tonight.
Boone?
Hey.
No, Boone was in right field.
I got to say something here about CJ's comment. I agree. And this, to me, is why Patty is Patty and how she's great. She, to me, this is a comparison. I'm going to compare. It's a weird comparison, but you look at Phil Jackson in the NBA when he had those great teams. He would get a bunch of great players, and he made it work. Whereas you go look at some guys now like Steve Nash, he had Durant and all them, couldn't get it to work. Patty's great about finding the right spots, moving the lineup around, and making it work where everybody's happy, and I think she'll do the same thing this year. I'm not worried about it.
Hey, you are correct, Teague. It is nationwide, and it's proven in the fact that how many recruits from the West Coast has OU landed. I mean, it's all across the nation. Yeah, and Cassidy Pickering has done 4 of those airplanes into home. Another one tonight. Brito with the bomb. Jada Coleman, another bomb. Yeah,
Hey,
across
Jeremy.
the board. It is nationwide, though.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
And Jackson and Brayton, does Pickering start game 1?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Viewers, does
It
Pickering start game 1?
She'll start probably. It could be in the EH role or the designated hitter, but the thing is, it really all depends on the shortstop position. Hodge got to start tonight in shortstop. Brito was at third. You had Torres at first, I believe. Outfield was Boone. Coleman in center, and left was Pick.
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Pickering.
Who was the freshman that transferred to Florida? Jocelyn Erickson.
Yeah.
That's maybe kind of an impact we could see her make this year.
Pickering's better than Erickson.
Here's
But
the lineup.
no, just in that role.
Oh, I agree.
Like,
Here's the lineup. Yeah, this is what I saw earlier that was posted. Yeah, Nellie Mack was the other DP besides Lilio. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Monticelli's moving up there to be right now, would you put her the number 3?
Yeah. Because Carly King.
You got May, Maxwell, and would you say Monticelli, or are you going to go a Deal or Garrett?
Honestly, I think they all are 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D.
That's
where was Torres in the lineup?
I don't see her on there.
Who?
Torres.
She was in there, though. I'm pretty sure. I just may have missed her on that screenshot. But, yeah, Hunter says that Flo does get certain tournaments, and it is like at the beginning of the year, those tournaments. So
Alina Torres was 8th, it looks like.
Yeah, Pickering was in left, I believe. And, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to not play Pickering and Torres. I mean, they're just right now you can play Torres at first like they're doing with Sanders being out. We haven't seen Sanders at all. So that injury, I know it's precautionary, but it's got to be a nagging injury if they're not playing her at all.
Yeah, and there's no need to play her right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
If it's questionable at all, you don't play her. But
yeah. And
Braden?
What?
Oh, I thought Braden said something. Sorry.
Something that speaks to the greatness of Patty Gasso is just how she is going to have the challenge of balancing this lineup. And that's honestly a good issue to have with all the talent they have, because they can mix and match so many lineups for the first 20 to 30 games and not have to worry about much of a talent drop off from really any single spot. And it's going to help because they'll figure out who maybe their 10, 11 main players are going to be offensively going into like the postseason and into the World Series and things like that.
I agree, but there's a lot more than 10 or 11. There's going to be about 15 that you're going to probably play quite a bit. And the deal is Patty Gasso has created the culture. She has nurtured the culture in a way that it's not going to hurt anyone's feelings. First off, she doesn't care about that. Second of all, she knows it's not going to, because they want to be there. They want to be pushed. They want to be challenged. They want to have competition. And it's great. Yeah, Kirsten Deal was the second pitcher, Hunter's saying, tonight.
Go back to the I'm going to go back to this comment. This is a very good comment and very true. The problem with having injuries when you're this loaded on the talent level at OU and you have these freshmen, if you're injured for too long, there is a chance somebody gets hot replacing you. I mean, that's a very real possibility.
But Jay, in regards to that, Sanders can also EH or.
I agree. I'm not just specifically saying Sanders. I'm just saying in general. There's just so much talent that if you're out for a while, you could get. You could kind of get passed up and have to work. You have to what it's going to make is you're going to have to work your way into it and just continue to work hard to get back in it. You know?
Welcome back, Fang. Appreciate you being on here. I know you've been, I don't know, were you at the game tonight at Marina Hines? I know you were at one of the other ones in the past, but yeah, I agree. Pickering, I don't know how you keep her out. We said this earlier. Pickering and Torres, you just got to have in the lineup there. Their bats are huge. They're always a pitch away from hitting a long ball. And Hodge, if she can't find a stick, she's going to be the pinch runner. I mean, like she has been, and maybe a fill-in role. It's the way it is. Nicole Mendez was on ESPN Plus last time. I'll be curious if she's on this week's call as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people think Pickering now is. I mean, you can't. She's playing so well that it's going to be tough not to play her. I mean, I just don't see how you can leave her out.
Hannah Core. Hannah Core's playing well.
Yeah, Hannah Core is one we haven't mentioned. You know, she's going to get some run for sure. Yeah, and we do know Patty definitely knows, kind of has a plan, and they've been doing a lot of charting, a lot of data entries during these games. If you've watched any of it, it's really a lot of opportunities for the coaches to put some things down on paper and probably plan a lot of things out for this next season, because there are so many options. You know, with the staff, there's no way you can say that they've ever had a staff like this as far as a pitching staff.
No,
it's the deepest staff they've ever had. It does present a little bit of a challenge, maybe, but in a great way, I think. And Fang talks about. Wait, I want to get a Teague first about 8 versus 8 game instead of the 3-team format. I don't know. I think it's probably going to be the 3-team again. I have not heard officially, but that'll be interesting. But yeah, Core's going to play, and Core can play third base, both sides of the outfield. She's a good runner, good athlete. But yeah, for sure.
yeah, the Boone though, I don't know just historically if she's she to me seems just like a gamer. Like when maybe not hitting well in the fall, but when the season rolls around, I think she's going to be swinging the bat really well. I just kind of
Riley
get that.
Boone is such a timely, situational hitter.
Clutch.
So she may not stand out in some of these games, but she's definitely one of the most clutch and timely hitters last year. She's the one that kind of kept rallies going and things like that. So,
and I'm pretty sure, didn't she get, it was like 2 or 3 of the late inning comebacks in the bottom of the 7th or 6th started.
For sure.
Every time she started it.
I did not know this. I had not seen this thing about the Louisiana releasing their schedule. So thanks for that, guys. If you see that at the bottom of the screen,
TJ was 9-0.
We should be getting the schedule. The schedule should be dropped any day.
Yeah. CJ 9-0, 8-0, 17-0 total over 10.
That is 20 straight innings of shutout ball against
I think they allowed 3 hits tonight over the 2 games, I believe.
Monticelli allowed 1.
Yeah. So pitching, yeah, I mean, and that's what I mean. This competition they're pitching against isn't great, but still to see Monticelli's been doing it against the OU hitters. I mean, last week she did pretty well against the OU hitters. So
S.J. Guerin was buckling him at the knees with their changeup last week. We're talking about OU hitters. So yeah.
Yeah, and that Hunter mentioned that flow. That flow's pretty pricey. I don't know how many games will be on there for OU. I think I saw a lot of fans waiting to see how many games will be on there before they bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there was the Facebook stream, that a couple people, Fang was mentioning, Han. I know, Braden, you watched some of that, I believe. I expect, I think it was for no reason that Guerin and May didn't really pitch. I don't think it was for anything, for any reason. It's just they got the games on Wednesday. May and Guerin both pitched quite a bit last week as well. The flow, and the flow is well worth it for the 2 tournaments, guys. I mean, if you're going to want to catch the games, that's the only option.
Yeah, and I believe
so expensive too.
Am I wrong? But are those 2 tournaments in the same month? I think they are, and if so, you could pay the 1 monthly fee, and then
Cancel.
yeah.
I was thinking it was about
They may
end
have
of
like a
October,
3-month
early
trial
November.
or
So there
something.
you have it.
They might have a free trial for a month or a week or something like that.
Yeah, Battle Series will be on ESPN Plus. It is for sure Wednesday night will be correct.
I would have to assume that the most consistent. I mean, you would expect it to be Maxwell, but listen, Garen's a lefty too, right?
Yep.
I mean, you got 3 lefties and 3 righties on staff, and the other thing is you got so many lefty hitters too now with some of the freshmen that are there. I mean, they're going to be able to put whoever they want on the side of the plate that they want. So, yeah, thanks, Fang. Don't hit the subscribe for a year.
Was that from experience? That happened to you, Fang?
That's sure.
I've done that before myself.
Because that is not cheap, and you probably wouldn't be watching a lot of it the rest of the year outside of the 2 OU games. But
no, and you'd be down a lot of money. Yeah.
Hey, Hunter, I don't know if you're on here and can talk about or drop some in the chat, but I have not heard Gasso say how she picks the teams. I'm sure there's some method behind the madness, but you know how they are picked each week. I think they probably predetermined those and kind of what they wanted to see, but I do not know exactly. They may have said it and I didn't catch that, but.
Yeah, Fang, some of those travel ball tournaments are great to watch. I mean, that's true. Some good competition out there.
Speaking of travel ball, we did talk a little bit to Tia Malloy about her travel ball experience. Tia Malloy will be there's a video that'll go out tomorrow morning, interview that we had here on the Sooner Surge with Tia Malloy tonight. You'll want to catch that out. Great interview. She's just unbelievable, just well-spoken and had some great insight. What else, guys, from tonight? I mean, not a whole lot we can talk about that we haven't said, but there's probably a few more things we can hit on tonight.
Yeah, I just go ahead, Jackson.
Well, I was going to say, does anyone know the impact that Tiare Jennings made tonight?
She was batting cleanup.
Yeah, if she had a hit or anything, I didn't know. I didn't hear much on her. But, you know.
Well, what's crazy, Jackson, is it's we've come to expect pretty much greatness from all these senior leaders. I mean, you got Brito, Hanson, Boone, Coleman, Jennings. I probably just missed someone, but the exciting thing, I think OU fans know what they're getting with every one of those. The exciting, like we haven't even mentioned Kenzie Hansen tonight, but then you got these others that are the future of it, and they're really making an early impact. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, Kenzie Hansen, as Hunter says there, first in points in Battle Series right now. So,
Wow.
Yeah, that's another thing is who's going to come out on top on that. That's going to be interesting. And you know these players have a big competitive game going on between trying to win that. You know it's a big thing for them.
Yeah, I was going to say Peyton Monticelli, and he dropped it right there in the chat. But Peyton Monticelli, I mean, guys, you got to argue out her and Pickering. Her and Pickering's probably got to be the 2 brightest spots during this fall series.
Hey, Jeremy,
would you agree?
I would agree with that. And viewers, I'd love your response to this question I'm going to throw out there. Pitching wise, we talked about the 6 pitchers. Haven't seen Keeney yet, but who has the best stuff on the team? Pure. I'm talking about pure stuff.
I think they're all different.
Okay, but who would you think got the nastiest stuff?
I don't know if I've seen enough of all of them throwing because I barely got to see anything at Kirsten Deal. Don't know much on Carly Keeney because I haven't got to see her pitch yet. I
like this answer by team.
You've got to see maybe a couple innings of SJ Guerin at max.
Hey, SJ Guerin, if you're wanting the best changeup on the team is SJ Guerin. The best velocity on the team is Peyton Monticelli.
Yeah. I think
Nicole May's got a really good rise ball. Uh, I mean,
What'd you say, Braden?
Mine is Peyton Monticelli.
she might. I mean, Kelly Maxwell, guys. You know what you're getting with Kelly Maxwell. I think everybody knows that, and I think that's the biggest surprise. We hadn't seen S.J. Garrett last year. Didn't see her. We saw Kirsten Deal a little bit last year. Hadn't seen Peyton Monticelli really. So those two kind of are standing out. And I agree. I think Monticelli with her velocity, she's going to get a lot of strikeouts, guys.
She pitched in the Big Ten too. We haven't really. Carly Keeney's been hurt. The expectation is Carly Keeney is going to be back by the time spring gets here. So with that,
how about this? Do you think there's a possibility? They go a 5-inning run rule game. How many times this year is there going to be a 5-inning game with 5 different pitchers? I think it's going to happen some.
2 times.
I think it's going to happen some of these. They get out of the lead. I think they may throw 5. I think they may just throw them all out there and get some work in.
Hey, but the thing is, obviously, we do know what to expect from Kelly Maxwell, but how much of a jump can we see with the development under Jen Rocha?
Yeah. And, Patty doesn't really like to do that.
You mentioned Rocha. And that kind of correlates with what Fang is saying here. Monticelli, there's no doubt the velocity's there. She can strike out. But when you go against a lot better hitters, maybe, you do need it. And the fact that she can throw so hard, if she can be consistent with the changeup, she is going to be absolutely elite because you got velocity, and then you're going to back that up with the changeup. I don't know that we're going to go 5 innings, 5 pitchers. I don't know that that'll happen. But I'm kind of with Fang. Fang says no on that. But I will say someone earlier, I think it was James Christopher, asked about the backup catcher. Ludlam played mostly the entire battle series last week at catcher, and even for multiple pitchers. So she played a lot. She struggled early in that. If you guys remember last Wednesday, had some drops on some pitches. I know she's seeing some different pitchers. They also talked about on the broadcast that she was still working in her glove. I don't know if it was a brand new glove or what, but yeah, so they were working that in. But it's definitely Ludlam as the backup. I mean, that's obviously what it is right now.
Right, and it'll be obviously that's a question mark we had was who would be the backup to Kinsey Hansen. But the thing is, what if Riley Ludlam? Let's play this. Actually, I don't want to play scenarios, but the thing is, who's going to replace that role of Hansen and Ludlam after they both leave?
Oh, they got some absolute superstars coming in as well.
Yeah.
You know if there's a catcher that's committed? I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, they're loaded at catcher.
They have the number 1 catcher. That's the 2025 class, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, it was a new glove, and Hicks and Zach. Yeah, the sisters.
Right? Yeah, Hicks and Zakay. They just got Zakay. She just committed recently, and her sister too.
I was
they're fine at catcher.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say that I did not know that Ludlam had thrown a base runner. I know she had the double and the RBIs. I didn't catch the base running throughout, so that's good to see. That's for sure good to see. So, yeah, I mean, just a lot of great positives, guys. Always is. Yeah, Kendall Wells is the other one. Kendall Wells.
Number 1 catcher in the class.
Number 1, 2025. So, speaking of elite recruits and commits coming in, we're here about 30 minutes on here. Thank you again for the comments. A lot of you guys maybe who were at the game, we appreciate you guys. We could not do this without you guys, and we just want you to know we're going to continue to do this all throughout the offseason. Wednesday night, we'll have another one after the battle series, so make sure you hop on and you share about the Sooner Surge, guys. We appreciate that. And, again, tomorrow, the Tia Malloy interview that we had tonight, interviewed with her, that will be dropping. Again, thanks so much to you, our viewers. Love the interaction, love the comments, love talking OU sports, and specifically on these softball chats because a lot of people don't do it. But appreciate you guys. We couldn't do it without you. And until next time, guys, Boomer.
Boomer.